what Matt has to say navigating negotiations. So buckle your seatbelts. I'm just going to get into what we have to talk about. This is the June market update. I'm a real estate broker with Uptown Properties. Thank you so much once again for coming out. So let's get into the numbers. As you can see, this has been a time period of a low inventory across the board. We have seen 38% more closed sales from last month. This is quite a big increase. Normally we see more inventory in June than we have seen right now. And of course, this is kind of attributable to COVID-19. So what we can expect is more auctions and more bidding on property as we follow into the rest of 2020. Going forward, we can see closed sales. This, because we are seeing a dip in inventory, but steady demand, we're kind of expecting the bidding to increase in the future for properties that are priced accurately. That is, people's expectations for what they're going to pay has pretty much increased. And you can see that the closed sales of 2,700, just above that, decreased 1.7% from the 2,756 number of closings in June 2019 and increased 38%, like I already talked about, from the 1,963 closings in May of 2020. So it's an interesting trend right there. Total active listings. The total active listings in June of 2020, as you can see, were 5,476. This was a decrease of about 516 listings from the 5,992 in May of 2020, and a 54% decrease in active listings from June of 2019. There's been a decrease in the active listings, and this is because there's just kind of a little bit of fear mongering right now, and confidence is being restored, but continues to need some more support. And this shouldn't be happening around this time of year because typically these are summer seasons, which we should be seeing more sales. But because interest rates are down, it allows people to afford more of a property or perhaps a larger property. So this is also bolstering sales, but you can see the diverging patterns from the chart there at the moment. Average total market time. So this graph is the average market time for sales in the Portland metro area over the past 3 calendar years. We believe the numbers jumping up in June may be slightly skewed because of a large difference in closings from May to June in 2020. There's the same amount of buyers as normal, as last year, but there is not the same amount of supply. So this would be a good time to list your house if you're potentially thinking about it. This increase is really not that significant, however, just to keep that in mind. Inventory in months. So obviously this has been a market time of low inventory. And this low inventory indicates that there are more active buyers than new listings coming onto the market. So this would be a time of an extremely hardcore seller's market. You can see the 1.5 months of inventory that were posted here in 2020. And just a refresher, the inventory level of 1.5 just represents the number of homes that would sell out in 1.5 months if no more new homes were to be put on the market. So 1.5 is the lowest number that you can see. So we are certainly in a seller's market right now. The pending sales. So during March and April, buyers were very hesitant. However, confidence seems to have been restored, as you can see from this graph right here, jumping up from April to May, quite an increase, and then from May to June, once again, another pretty interesting increase. However, if you average the last few data points or month points, if you will, we'd be very, very close to the last couple of years. And this shows that there are truly plenty of buyers out there at the moment. So pending sales have increased about 18.5%, which is quite a phenomenal number. And accepted offers have also increased 17.4%. So you know, a lot of transactions happening at this particular time. The steep increase from April to June shows that, you know, buyers' confidence has indeed been kind of restored and there's more confidence in the market. The average and median sales price, this is just reflective of the typical cycle, you know, slower months in the winter and vice versa with the summer. So nothing too interesting really to look at here. Here we are with the Portland Metro June small multifamily stats. So what we see is we have 24 total sold properties. This is rather a typical number for this time period. In June, there were, you know, 24 multifamily properties sold. It appears that some of the data points are skewed though because of this VA loan. Some interesting numbers happening there. Not exactly sure truly what's going on, but the average sold price just above $670,000. The median sold price just above $576,000 there. So COVID-19 and the impact on the real estate industry. You know, if the past 3 to 4 months were averaged, we would really see similar numbers and trends as the last 2 years. So I expect this trend of tapering to continue as the rest of 2020 plays out. And we've already seen confidence come back into the market. There's less inventory and just about the same amount of demand. So this tapering, I would think, should continue as we play into the rest of 2020. But right now, there's just not a lot of inventory out there due to COVID-19. So that is the market update.